Let's go. Yeah, I love this couple. I'm so glad they're together. I'm so glad they're together. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, here we go. That's great, man. Life goes on, man. So we know that Asuma values Tyra in his presence. Now she's trying to find out if Tyra feels the same way about her. Oh, that's a good step forward. You and I are polar opposites. Season 2, episode 7 was absolutely fantastic, okay, guys? So we have Nishin Yamada, right? Everybody, spring break is here. You feel me? Everything with Valentine's Day and White Day has come to a close, and now these guys are preparing for the next semester. They're gonna end up being third years, right? And yeah, they're getting it all wrapped up. Spring break is coming to an end, right? So let's go, man. My Nishin Yamada together, Tyra and Asuma teasing us, but very, very close. I love this anime, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel. All that. You know the vibe. Here we go, Tyra. Come on, man. There's one more push. Azuma's feeling you, brother. Azuma's feeling you, dog. Right? So, yeah. I love that we're seeing all of this. The interactions are great. Love all the relationships so far. Nishi and Yamada is my favorite couple by far. We got Suzuki and Tani still going strong. Our two main characters, okay? And Tyra and Azuma's frustrating the shit out of me. You gotta hurry up and ship already, because I'm getting tired of them teasing me, poking at the relationship. Like, hurry the fuck up. But anyway, let's go on, man. So this whole episode, right? It starts off with Nishi and Yamada, my favorite couple, doing their thing out here, man. So they are trying to decide what to do in terms of going on a date, right? So they came up with the idea of going to the aquarium, right? That's absolutely great. He's so surprised at a date? Come on now, that's your man. Yeah, let him know you want to go to the aquarium. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, I love this couple. I'm so glad they're together. I'm so glad they're together. Great. Nishi likes doing the aquarium. So as a boyfriend, we go ahead and take our girl where they want to go. That's just how it is. You feel me? Gotta make sure our girl's happy, right? So she literally asks her where you want to go, and she comes up with the aquarium idea. So that's great. I actually been to the aquarium like in the beginning of the year at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. If you haven't gone there, please go there. It's great. That's damn near everything, every store you can think of, and they have an aquarium too. I had a real good time there. Kind of remind me of that time that I had with my girl and my daughter, right? But yeah, y'all. So they're at the aquarium having a great time. Nishi says that she's it's her first time here. Oh, I actually didn't know that when I was doing a reaction. So she loves the aquarium. I never see her talk so much in my life. That's good though. You're getting comfortable, more and more comfortable. The more comfortable Nishi is, the happier I'm gonna be. I'm telling you. It's her first time here, but she's been wanting to come to the aquarium for a while. That makes sense because her reaction seemed as though it was her first time. But I thought she said here that she's been here before. That makes sense. Okay, great. That cleared things up for me. So yeah, so they're both at the aquarium, or this aquarium for the first time, and they're both very captivated, right? They love what they're seeing. They're looking around, right? And they're just doing what boyfriend and girlfriends do, man. And she's all nervous, thinking too much during the date. Sis, your man is the type of man that loves what you love. You feel me? Yamada is so chill, so cool, and he's a child spirit. He's a young spirit. So he's not going to get bored or think that this whole thing is childish. She loves you through and through, and she has to realize that at some point, right? But again, they're a new relationship. They have their new relationship struggles and thinking too much. That happens to damn near all of us, right? But yeah. So they go ahead and into one of the aquarium rooms where they see the jellyfish and everything like that, having a great time or whatever. She brings her OG camera from way back in the day. No one got those no more, sis. Where your phone at? Get your phone out. But anyway, no shade, no tea there. Nishi's definitely #1 on my list. She came a long way. Her development has been crazy. And then they go ahead and go to the dolphin habitat, right? Where the dolphins put on their little show. We probably all seen a dolphin show at some point of our lives. If you haven't, please go to an aquarium or a zoo. It's absolutely fantastic. But they're in the splash zone. They're in the splash zone where you can definitely get wet. All right, so they have no clothes. They have no protection right here. But Yamada, being the great boyfriend that he is, goes ahead and runs and gets some protection. Right? You guys are going to get wet. Do you like? She likes getting wet, I guess. Damn, my boy's out of there. My boy, great boyfriend, to go put on over their clothes, and they were able to enjoy the dolphin exhibit. That was absolutely fantastic. Even though they got wet right there, they end up with a smile, right? That's what it's all about, man. Having fun with your girl, having a good time. Again, this is slice of life. Okay, if you guys don't know what slice of life is, slice of life is a type of anime that's very similar to real life situations, right? You get that feeling of nostalgia. Oh, I've done that before, or I've had that feeling before. That's what this type of anime is about, right? So mostly about couples being together and so on and so forth, man. Where we all kind of been there before. And I love how this couple is progressing. They're progressing in a very good way, and they're my favorite couple in the entire anime. Again, no one's beating them for me. All right. So yeah, so they kind of go ahead and retrace their steps. Nishi wants to go back and look at some things that she didn't that she looked at before, but just wants to see him again, right? And they end up going on the merry-go-round thing, right? Again, if you think that's childish, it is what it is. But Yamada's real cool, man. He has a young spirit. So even though she wants to go on the merry-go-rounds, he has no problem with that, and he actually wants to go back himself, right? So that's pretty cool, man. Yamada. Oh. Yeah, he's having a good time, man. Look, I'm like that too, man. Nothing's too childish. Well, there's some childish things, but I'll up and do it ever. Yamada is my favorite character in the show. If you guys don't know, right? For reasons like that. And yeah, man. And then they have the whole thing here where they're calling each other by each other's first names. Which again, it's a custom in Japan that's that's kind of like you have to be very close to somebody to call them by their first name over there in Japan, right? Or on that side of the world. Usually people address each other formally with their last name over there. Again, in the US, it's very common. I call you by your first name all the time. You call me by my first name. My name's Ant, right? But over there, it's kind of like, okay, you gotta be real close to be the one to do that, right? So again, when someone does that to you, it's a form of affection. Like we're really close, we have a bond, right? And then Nishi obviously gets a little bit nervous when he calls her by her first name, Natsumi, right? So her name is Natsumi Nishi. That's pretty cool, man. I love that. Gotta end this with a kiss. I'm sorry. Oh, saying their names. Natsumi-chan. Okay, Natsumi. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, here we go. Love that. She gets embarrassed as always, right? So now, Yamada Nishi time is over. Now we gotta go on to Suzuki and Tani, right? So yeah, the main couple of the show. Again, still going super strong. They're trying to go on their own date themselves, right? And again, a lot of the things that they've overcome, I really respect. But it seems though now the only kind of thing it's in their way, quote unquote, is the idea of change, right? And what change can potentially do to the relationship. For example, you see how they're going from second year to third year? They're kind of wondering if the change of them going from or being in different homes potentially will have any effect on their relationship, and that's completely understandable. When the new relationships form, you worry if little things can cause the relationship to die, right? So that's why I have a sort of empathy there for them too, right? But yeah, but even though they're going through changes, they're getting older as people do. I feel as though they're gonna stick through it no matter what, right? But we do have this thing, and then they go on their little date. Tani goes on a picnic with her, and they go ahead and enjoy the cherry blossoms that usually spring up during springtime over there in Japan, right? I believe they also go on a to a date to the bakery shop. I'm pretty sure that happened too as well, right? But then Suzuki is also hinting over and over again that she hopes times like this last forever, right? That's great, man. Life goes on, man. Right. And again, being realistically speaking, sometimes it doesn't. We all have had a relationship there that we're not with somebody anymore, right? Obviously, my relationship that I'm in now was my first relationship, right? So again, these things that you worry about when you're a new couple, they have that, right? And that's perfectly normal. If you guys are having it out there too, nothing's wrong with you either, man. These are the trials and tribulations that we all gotta go through, right? Will my partner still be with me if I change this? If I change jobs? If I move to this location? If I get a promotion? All these things happen in life, right? You just gotta hope that both of you guys are a power couple and just stick together no matter what, right? Which I think these two definitely will do, right? So yeah, they make their way to the little dessert cafe, which we do not have here mostly in the Bronx where I'm at in New York, man. We don't have really like sit down areas just for dessert for dessert shots. I don't really see dessert shots that much around. I see bakeries, but not bakeries you can usually just sit down and have a good time or eat food. I don't see that a lot. So I really appreciate seeing this visual right here. It's pretty cool, right? So yeah, man, they have a good time, and then he gives her a gift with a cup that has a mug. It was basically a mug with her name on it, right? Which my girl gets me a lot, so I really appreciate this gift. Kind of reminds me of my girl giving me a gift, right? So what we got here? Ooh, her name on it, Tony, my boy. It holds every temperature. Good for taking a drink up to your room. Aww. What's wrong with that? She's happy. Yo, so yeah, man, that is pretty awesome. I must admit, right? Tony's a good boyfriend, but again, Tony has his own thing too. So again, they're both. It seems though they both, even though they're polar opposites, they're kind of worried about the same thing. They're worried kind of about how they appear to the other person. Suzuki's worried about how she appears to Tani as time passes, as things change. And Tani's also worried about how he looks in Suzuki's eyes. He thinks he's just always trying to look cool all the time. He thinks that he's not really doing this thing more genuinely out of the kindness of his heart, but more so as to make Suzuki see him in a good light, right? And again, I can understand that too, but both things can be true. And both things are true, that's perfectly fine as well. If I don't know why they think it's an issue, if you want to look cool in front of your girl, that's perfectly fine, right? And Suzuki doesn't make him feel bad for that. He actually blurts it out, saying that he sort of does things for show and not more so for the genuine, okay, this is kind of what I naturally want to do. And again, Suzuki doesn't make him feel bad about that at all. She's like, oh, it still makes me very happy that he thinks that way, right? So again, that's how I know this couple's gonna be okay. I am not worried about this couple whatsoever. They're pretty strong, and yeah, and they have great communication. They communicate very, very well. Whenever there's a problem, or when they're feeling something, they just naturally say it. The way she's saying that is constantly is making me worry a little bit. I hope you don't get sick of me. Aww. That was so cute. She said that out loud. Everybody's blurring things out loud how they feel. I like that though. Their communication is great, even if it's by accident. They kind of just blurts out at this point. Like they'll say it without even realizing, and the other person catches it right away, right? So again, whether it's by accident or on purpose, the communication is there, right? So that's good. That's what you need in a good relation, no matter that, especially when times are changing, right? You need to have great communication, especially when things are changing in your life, all right? So that's good. So again, they're worried about changing classes, entrance exams. They'll be perfectly fine, right? And Suzuki and Tani basically ended off here by saying, you know what, my feelings definitely won't change for you at all, right? And Suzuki and Tani kind of goes into a way where, you know what, I'm kind of giving her, you know, that feeling of secureness that everything's gonna be okay. But I'm also thinking about and worrying about the same thing, so I'm kind of saying it to myself too, right? Don't bottle up your feelings and try to ignore them. I want you to tell me. Hey man, this guy has matured so much since episode 1. I'm telling you, so much since the first time I saw him. That's cool, man. Doesn't matter if you're saying it for yourself. It's okay. So you both feel the same about that, right? But it's okay, man, as long as you keep pushing through. You can have doubts. That's fine. We all have doubts. It doesn't matter how experienced you are or anything. There's always that doubt. Even the best basketball players say that they sometimes have that feeling in their stomach before tip-off, right? No matter, and they've been playing forever, right? It doesn't matter how professional you are, you still have that feeling in your stomach. But again, as long as you keep pushing through it, right, those feelings will eventually go away, right? So that's great, man. I love this. I love this anime. It's absolutely great. It makes you feel very realistic, right, about the things that happen in real life. You can feel it. This is a great slice of life, right? So again, they kind of, you know, have the end of their date, right? And then now we're going into Taira and Azuma here, right? So again, Yamada calls Azuma and tells her that they want to meet up at a family restaurant, and she hears Taira's voice in the background. Again, she's super nervous. What's going on here? She's nervous. Oh my God, Taira, come on, bro. And Azuma kind of showed me her taking a step back in a way in this episode, and I'll kind of get to that in a second. So they both get to the restaurant. She gets to the restaurant that Taira and Yamada are at, and Tyra's doing his typical thing, right? So she feels as though Tyra is very close to Yamada and doesn't mind going to karaoke with him and doing all these things and being open with Tyra, but she's not feel with Yamada, but she's not feeling that same way. She doesn't feel that Tyra is giving her the same energy that he gives to his other friends, right? And I understand that too. He seems more closed off when it comes to her, but I think she has to understand that it's because you're a female, all right? And what the females did to him back in the day mentally, he's gonna start treating, especially you, a little bit differently than everybody else. And I think that bothers her, and she doesn't understand that, right? So that's kind of what the end of this episode is kind of about, right? Her kind of trying to figure out, does this guy actually fuck with me? Does he actually value my time? Or does he not, right? So then that's kind of what this kind of played into in the end of the episode, right? So, and she ends up thinking so hard about things about herself and how she feels about towards Tyra and what he's doing, and kind of how she feels about herself, and she kind of like glimpses back into her past, how she used to be. Not sure which category my feelings fall. Oh, going from the end of the last episode. Here we go. I still act pretty normal. Yeah, that's nice. I might not have had real guy friends like this before. Understand that a little bit. Yeah, her and Tyra are very similar, but different. I can't really explain it. And how she is now. Sis, you're doing way too much thinking. You're doing way too much thinking. Like, you gotta know who he is, and that's fine. And again, this is a slice of life. I understand it, right? So again, this kind of just, I don't want to bore you guys with this. Like, this is kind of what the rest of this episode is kind of about, in a way. And then finally, they're both become, the spring break is officially over, right? They're all trying to find out, the whole gang is back in school, and they're trying to find out, what homeroom they're all gonna be in, right? So again, we kind of get the breakdown of what's going on, right? So we get to see who's in whose class. Honda's happy because her and Nishi are in the same class, right? I think that was very wholesome to see this. All right. Honda, what's going on? Honda and Nishi still in the same class. Oh, she's happy. She's happy. That's what's up, man. You guys need each other, bro. Right? And then Suzuki's kind of in the same homeroom as some of her friends that she knew, right? So we kind of get to see the breakdown of everything. Looks like Honda and Nishi are in the same class as Tani and Tyra. That's pretty cool, right? So we're getting like the mix up now, right? So the whole core group of friends were all in the same class up to this point, and now we're seeing everyone kind of like break off into their own little groups in their own homerooms. I love to see that, right? And then now we're getting more into this, and you can see like Tyra has a part in this as well. Like Tyra, he's not acting cool, but you can see that there's kind of there's a wall that's still up with him. Right? There's a wall that he's putting up, and the wall is being put up more with Azuma than everybody else. So Tyra is not innocent in this as well. Like, Azuma has genuine, legitimate concerns about the state of their friendship, right? So Tyra's got to make it happen, and I don't believe in him to do that. I thought,
いや、なんかすげえゆっくり歩いてんなって思ってそっとしとこうかと。
Right, so I understand that, and she's kind of trying to break Tyra down more in a way to kind of be more open with her, even though he is open. Don't get me wrong, but there's certain things that he kind of brushes off, or kind of be like, "Oh, why you asking me that?" She's trying to get that out of the picture, right? So that's great. So every little thing that he's doing, she's analyzing and watching him very carefully, and how he treats her, right? And it's because that she has mixed feelings. She doesn't know whether she likes him or whether it's just a friendship. And she's in a very delicate and vulnerable state right now, which I know Tyra doesn't understand. Trust me, I am very experienced when it comes to women. I'm sorry, I don't care how that sounds. Take that how you want, all right? But I am very experienced when it comes to women and their mindset, all right? How people think in general. So she's in a very vulnerable state right now. It can go either way. She can completely friend zone him, or this can turn into a whole relationship. And I know for a fact that Tyra is not going to be the one to let it happen. And now I'm starting to have legitimate concerns that she is probably not going to be able to do it either. So now I'm very, very, very 50-50 on whether this is going to turn into a relationship or not, right? At last episode, I'm like, yo, this is definitely going to happen. But just from seeing Azuma's mindset in this whole episode, I'm starting to question all of that. Like, you don't appear in Tyra's head. She's frustrated that she's not appearing in Tyra's thoughts. Should you think? I can't believe what we're getting from these two right now. Especially Azuma. She seems to be taking a step back. I'm starting to question all of that, right? So this relationship might not be a relationship. I am so 50-50 on this right now because Tyra's attitude is not helping it become a relationship. And her attitude of thinking too hard about what he's doing is also not going to help. But at the very end of the episode, when I was kind of like, okay, I'm 50-50, Tyra kind of says something here, right? He says something that's very important. He says, oh, as he was kind of being kind of unemotional, kind of nonchalant about the things that she's asking him, he says something very important, right? He's like, oh, well, you know, even though we're not in the same homeroom or anything like that, or I probably won't interact with you that much in school due to the present circumstances, I'll see you after school every day anyway. We'll see each other after school anyway. Oh, so we'll see each other after school anyway. Oh, that's a good thing to say. That means that you actually do value her time. Okay, so we know that Azuma values Tyra and his presence. Now she's trying to find out if Tyra feels the same way about her. Oh, that's a good step forward. All right, and him saying that was very important. The reason why that's key is because Azuma doesn't know whether he values her presence or time that they spend together or not. Just by him saying that solidifies that he does value the time that he spends with her, right? And she definitely needed to hear that. She needed to hear that, right? So now she's so happy. Alright? She's so happy. She shows it here. She acts mad nervous stuff. So let's chat again, yeah? Right? Yo, Azuma is one of them girls, bro. Like, she's one of them typical girls that think a lot. Like, her mood can change with the seasons. Like, whatever is going on, like, one day she's good, one day she's not. She can be very affected by what's happening around her. That's the type of girl that she is. You probably know a girl like that. You probably are that girl. If you're talking to this, if you're a female. You probably are that girl, right? So whatever energy is being given to her energy changes with the seasons. Whatever's going on, right? So, yeah. But you can tell that after she got that validation from Tyra, that hey, I'm gonna see you after school every day anyway, so that's cool. She kind of gets very happy. She starts skipping home, right? So yeah, man. Oh man, Azuma is a trip. Like, I don't know about this couple. Let me know what you guys think about this couple in the comment section below. Again, now at the end of this episode, I'm 60-40. I'm 60-40 that they'll end up as a couple, 40% that they won't, and the more time that passes that they don't get together or don't show more of a flirty type of relationship, the more I'm going to start leaning more towards they're not going to be a couple. And if they're the only people that don't end up as a couple, that's fine. Because to me personally, these two are not polar opposites. These two are not polar opposites. And this whole show is named You and I Are Polar Opposites, and then those guys end up being together. Nishi and Yamada are polar opposites. They're not a couple. Suzuki and Tani are polar opposites. They are a couple. These two are not polar opposites. So now I'm starting to think more that this might not be a relationship. But again, I'm going to have faith in them. I'm going 60-40 right now, okay? And with every episode that passes by, I'm going to go more towards them not being together. But let me know what you guys think about it in that comment section, okay? Absolutely love this anime. You can get anything from this. This anime is a true slice of life where you can feel anything these characters are feeling. You've probably been there, done that already, and I love that about this anime, man. This anime is absolutely fantastic, and hopefully you guys stick around with me for the conclusion of it and season 2, all right? Guys, thank y'all so much for the vibe. On the bottom of the screen, you will see a panel showing all the anime that we are react to on this channel. You and I Are Polar Opposites is our slice of life anime. Look out for episode reactions every single week. Also, YKTV store, online merch coming real soon, okay? Spreading positivity and confidence with a style powered by you. And do not forget to follow me on my social media for YKTV updates and edits. The link to my socials are in the description. Do not forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, you know the vibe. And don't forget the motto, guys. Don't forget to live, laugh, love, and enjoy life, all right? Take care, y'all. Peace.